Welcome back. My name's Ken. I'm a Newcastle United supporter, and I share my scrapbook this season on YouTube. And today we're looking at the Arsenal match coming up on Sunday, 28th. So on my channel, I put together a Newcastle United scrapbook full of stories, match reports, stats, and plenty of my own thoughts. It's all about sharing highs, lows, and everything else in between. Along with this, I add my own commentary and opinions, bringing my personal perspective to the club's journey. Next up, I'm going to give you my prediction first, and then we'll go through Eddie's press conference and what Mr. Arteta of Arsenal said as well, their manager. So join me, shall you? So as usual, I generally go a bit more with my heart than my head. And my prediction is a 2-1 win for Newcastle. We have a good record against Arsenal at home, to be honest, in the last few seasons. They really find it hard to come up to St James's. They find it hard to get past our patient game and our pressing game. And they find it really hard to get past our crowd. So it's going to be another tight game against Arsenal on Sunday. Can we win it? Yes. However, we have to be on our pressing game. With Anthony Gordon back from suspension, we're capable. So exciting again. Full crowd at St James's, 4:30 on Sunday on TV. So let's get up them. Let's get into them even. So let's look at the team that I've selected. Obviously, Eddie manages the team, so this might not be the team on Sunday, but you never know. I've not got any team selection right this season, and I don't expect to be honest. Eddie's first game on the touchline as Newcastle United head coach was against Arsenal 4 years ago, folks. 4 years. And a lot has moved on and changed since then. Whereas Arsenal have enjoyed a relatively comfortable afternoon that day, the vast majority of games since then have been anything but for Mikel Arteta's side. They've only won 3 of the last 9 meetings. These games tend to be feisty, and I expect Sunday's match to be a real battle. After making 7 changes midweek, Eddie has had a handful of genuine selection dilemmas following the 4-1 win against Bradford City. Jacob Murphy, does he come back in? Does Elanga go to the bench? Does Trippier come back in? Does Hall go to the bench? Chow had a great game alongside Botman, it's centre-back. But will Byrne come back in? So you can see a lot of questions here for Eddie to answer, but I've stuck with 4-3-3, although the case for defence against Arsenal tends to go with Eddie saying, let's go 5 at the back with wing-backs. Excuse me. So Pope in goal, Trippier, Botman, Byrne, Tino Livramento, Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton, and I've gone for Murphy, by the way. Big Nick in the middle, and Gordon coming back from his suspension, having looked really bright against Bradford on the left wing. Can we get into them? Oh, we certainly can. I believe that. Eddie had quite a bit to say at the press conference, but nothing that really gave away what was going to happen during the match in his selections in team formation as usual, but you wouldn't expect that really. No real major injuries following the Bradford game, thankfully. Eddie Murphy is Jacob Murphy, not Eddie Murphy, is fit again and is raring to go. So that's he's available, and I've got him in my prediction team. But we'll see what happens there. Eddie said he's doing okay, and it is an issue that we are managing. It's an Achilles tendon problem that's ongoing, and it's being managed. He's in a place where he's fit and available, but we're just trying to manage the load. So he could start on the bench, and Elanga starts first of all. Ramsey still going to be back on after the international break, but he did train a bit on grass this week and is making progress, basically. Eddie did point out that the criticism of Miley has been unjustified. I've said it in my last couple of videos that I don't agree with it. I think Miley is a star for our future, class player, and he's just getting stronger and stronger. So Eddie said on Lewis Miley's criticism, I'd be amazed if that was the case. I think that would be totally unjustified. Very diplomatic of Eddie. For me, Lewis is an outstanding player. We need to support and protect. And sometimes when you look at him, you forget how young he is. All players need help and guidance, and of course, we'll do everything we can to support him. We then moved on to Sven Botman and Malik Chow. Just looking individually at the players, Sven has been a magnificent player for us. You go back a couple of seasons ago, he was part of the back four that was really resilient and solid. And then if you move back to today, his form is getting close to where he was a couple of years ago. His injuries really knocked him back, to be honest. Whereas with Chow, it's a different situation, but he's really impressed so far. And then Gordon is back, and we know that he loves the big occasions, and this is it doesn't get a lot bigger than this one. It's a big boost for us, said Eddie. The Barcelona game was sandwiched in between his suspension, and then he played against Bradford in the League Cup this week. So he's only had to focus on a few games, but Eddie thought he was excellent against Bradford. He was creative and certainly had the right attitude, and he delivered the performance. So we need that attitude from everyone on Sunday, Eddie said. Against teams like Arsenal, you have to play that way. You have to rise to the occasion. In closing, Eddie said the past is not relevant. So although we've done really well against Arsenal, every season when it comes round, it's start again. So you basically we're looking at if we turn up, the crowd will turn up. By the way, we have a chance. We've got to be brave. We've got to use our defence. We've got to use our pressing. We've got to be creative. And we've got to put away a few more of those chances that we've had in the last couple of weeks. So the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, he praised Newcastle, he praised Eddie, he praised Eddie's staff. They've managed to create such an atmosphere at home and a clear identity, he said. It's going to be another tough test. We know we're going to have to be more efficient to win the game, and we are working on that in the next couple of days. On the atmosphere at St James's, he said, incredibly beautiful, one of the best atmospheres in this country. They play every single ball with you. It's electric. One team, one city. It's a great atmosphere to play in. So obviously Arteta was being very generous to us. He wants to not antagonise the Newcastle fans. There will be banter on the day. There's always going to be banter, folks. But he was definitely playing it soft this time and nicely. I really appreciate you watching and looking at my scrapbook and hearing my thoughts. I'll be back with another video. I'm doing these this season, sharing my scrapbook, and we'll look at how we got on against Arsenal on Sunday. So away the lads. Let's get into them.